What is going to happen in Kentucky's 2026 recruiting class? The question that all of BBN wants the answer to. Carson and I are going to break that down on today's episode of the Wildcats Today Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Stefaniak, publisher over at Kentucky Wildcats on SI. And Carson, is it true that you're going to lock your grandma in a cage until Kentucky lands a 2026 recruit, like we've seen those memes?
No, I couldn't do that to my mom or grandma. But I am a little upset that we haven't landed any. But I think that trend's starting to change here soon, hopefully.
Well, I mean, in this 2026 class, Carson, the only two players that I think we are still connected to that haven't committed, and we have a legit shot, like Caleb Holt hasn't committed, I think we're out there, are Stokes and Christian Collins. This Stokes situation is getting weird, dude. I don't know. There was the rumor, what was it, that he got into a little scuffle? And
yeah,
schools.
It was the football situation. He got in a scuffle in the locker room, apparently, which I'm not sure why he was playing football in the first place. But
watch the film.
Yeah, he ends up getting in a scuffle and then has to switch schools because of it. I think the school switching honestly hurt our chances because I've heard Kansas has been all over that situation. Yeah. So, but like we always say here, recruiting is fluid, even with the Caleb Holt situation. I remember when there was a day when Kobe Bryant wasn't even considering Kentucky, and then Sunday came around and he committed to us. So you got to keep the positivity.
Yeah. So, I mean, but right now I stand and I feel really solid about Christian Collins. I mean, everything I've heard, I feel good about Collins. But I think the reason we're all a little gun shy here at Kentucky is, you know how many recruits that we've, during the Pope era thus far, that we felt good about? I mean, like, we thought Stokes was going to commit, and now all this is happening. So, I mean, I feel really good about Christian Collins. Everything I've heard, I feel extremely confident he's going to be a Cat. But we've just seen a ton of this during the Pope era. Caleb Wilson, a lot of these guys. I think Crow Jr., we felt pretty good about it at a point.
Even some of the transfer portal guys like Dent and Yaxel, like all those guys too.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why, it's got to the point where it's like I feel good about it, but I'm not going to sit here. I mean, when I see committed, I'll feel good about it. That's kind of the reality of where I'm at on recruiting right now. But yeah, I think that Collins is a kid. He's, to me, I think one of the higher upside players in the class. And what I mean by that is, I think there's more sure things in the top 10 in this class than Collins. But Collins has a chance to be the best player in the class. If he's up,
you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
I was watching tape, and he literally reminds me identically of Caleb Wilson for North Carolina. He plays just like him. He gives me the same vibes as Caleb Wilson, and we see how good Caleb Wilson is this year and how that translated. And for me, I think Christian Collins is only getting better. He's developing that outside shot, and he's 6'8", 6'9". He can dribble. He's athletic as heck. He's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, he had. Let's see what it was. He had 36 points, I think, in his game the other day. Yeah, 36 points. And he's grabbing boards like crazy. I mean, he's just pulling down board after
That's
board.
the key with him is I think he's such a good defensive player and rebounder that's key because his jump shot hasn't been the best up to this point, but he's been working on it. It's getting better. Yeah. But that defense is something you can't teach.
Exactly. And he's one of these kids. Let's pull up the read a little bit of the scouting report here from 24/7. Collins is one of the more talented long-term prospects in the national class at 6'8". He's long, 7-foot plus wingspan, mobile, fluid mover, covers the court extremely well, elastic body type, good vertical athlete who can jump either off 1 or 2 feet. Quick second bounce. Collins is the best when he's flying around the court, asserting himself on the glass, 8.3 boards per game in the EYBL. Being active defensively, communicating, and playing with the high motor to maximize his physical tools. And it's the offensive game. Offensively, Collins' game is still a work in progress. He's best in transition on the offensive glass. Beyond that, he has clear tools and a long-term foundation of skill, but isn't yet ready to be an offensive focal point after averaging 12.5 points on 42% shooting from the floor and 21% from three. Now, this scouting report probably came out. Let's see, it says
It had to have been last year, probably.
it was 7/20, so this is months ago. I mean, this
okay,
is
so July.
almost, yeah. So point being, I think he's playing better basketball. And I mean, kids like this, when they develop, it can be like that. It can be one of those things where it's just out of nowhere, just holy moly,
Yeah,
you know.
Kids like this have all the traits in the entire world with the athleticism. If the basketball just clicks for them, everything is possible.
Exactly. So, this is a kid. I think it's clicking for him right now, and I feel pretty good about it. I mean, everything we've already got the. I think it was Branham that put in a crystal ball.
Yeah, I think so. Let's double check here.
Yeah, it was. He put that in on the 10th of November. 7 out of 10 confidence, and once again, Branham is pretty solid. He's 6 for 6 so far this year. He's 93.31% all time.
I'm pretty sure he's a Lexington guy too. So shout out Travis Branham.
Yeah, no, he's a goat. Travis Branham's goat. So he's good at it. I mean, he was right about all of what's that kid's name we were after? All of Dunton, the big. And then the kid that went to center. The center that went to Houston. I mean,
that's like Afran.
Yeah, he was right about Crow Jr. Yeah, he's like he just doesn't miss right now. So, hopefully he's right. But knowing what's going on with us, Collins will just go somewhere else. I'm just kidding. I'm keeping the faith in Mark Hope, as John Rothstein likes to tweet. So yeah, Carson, I feel pretty solid that we're going to land Collins. Do you see any way in the world that you get both Collins and Stokes? Because I do not.
The only thing that somewhat makes me think that is a possibility is they do like each other a lot. If you look back, I think they may have played together at some point, but they comment on every single one of each other's posts. They're talking all the time. That's the only positive I have to take away from it. But like I said, with the whole new school situation, I think Kansas had a big hand in that. So I'm not the most optimistic in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely are still in it with Stokes, but I don't have any kind of confidence that we're going to land them, is how I put it right now. I mean, I think that we're putting a lot of our eggs in the Christian Collins basket right now, which I think the kid's getting better. I'm kind of getting all in on Collins. At first, I was like, well, he's a little unfinished, but now I'm behind it. I think the kid's really good. I think he's going to be a great player.
Yeah.
Another kid I want to talk about is a Kentucky kid, and I found this kid, and I think this dude is an absolute stud. So this kid's name.
This is Andrew's Nico Bundalo for this.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. You go 0 for, I'm 0 for 1 on my kid's going to be a stud. But this kid, Braxton Keithley, is a Kentucky native. He's the number 1 player in Kentucky, 2027 class. And I mean, it's just one of those if you watch the film on this kid play, you know what I mean? You just sit back and you watch. You just go, damn. Like, he's just a really good player. He gets to the rim. He's a great passer. He can shoot the ball. Shooting form's a little interesting, but he can shoot the crap out of it. And it's also, it's the forms. It's a quick shot, but the form's a little something there. It's a little different, but I mean, this kid, he's not ranked super highly now. He's a 2027 kid. So I kind of have a feeling
he's got time.
If he lights the state of Kentucky up this year and averages 42 points a game or something crazy, you know what I mean? I mean, that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Like Trent Noah.
I think he could turn himself into a top 100 guy. And I'm just saying, like, I think he'd be a perfect point guard depth person to take a shot on.
I 100% agree. I mean, you can't teach 6'5", 6'6" with that kind of skill and IQ at the point guard position. I know he's pretty athletic, but I'd like to see him increase that athleticism a little bit. But that's why I think him coming to Kentucky in a developmental role is going to be massive if he does, because I think the ceiling is so high for that kid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just film. I mean, I'll have to link in the comments, but it's just like the kid, like the way he plays the game is just like it's just awesome in the way that he's such. It reminds me a little bit of the first time I watched film on Malachi Moreno. And I was just like, I mean, obviously we're talking about a point guard, but the point I'm trying to make is the first time I watched film on Malachi Moreno, I was just like, this kid is just, he plays the game so well. He's so fluid.
Fundamentally sound.
He's fundamentally sound. He does everything right. And that's what I get from this kid. And the reality of it is I'm going to, I've doing what I've done for a living for a long time. You kind of learn the inside of the recruiting game. And I have some, connections who have worked at 24/7 Sports and worked at these different places. I mean, if you don't live in an area or this kid doesn't have a chance. I mean, if he put up that stat line that he put up, he's at Martin County. If he put that stat line up at California, this kid's a top 40 recruit right now. I mean, that's the reality of it. He's in Martin County, Kentucky. I mean, it's not going to be easy to get a ton of exposure. He does play on, one of those AAU teams in Tennessee, and that's great. But I'm just telling you, the reality of it is he doesn't get the same exposure that some of these other kids gets. And I think if he did get that exposure, he would be ranked in the top 100 right now. I'm not saying he'd be a top 30 recruit, but I'm saying I think he could be in that 90 to 100 range right now.
Yeah, it's hard for people to rank Kentucky players super high just because of the level of competition here.
Exactly.
And that's why everyone had questions with Malachi Moreno going into college was, he was playing against 5'5" centers, but Malachi was fundamentally sound, and Malachi's a damn good basketball player, and it translated into college. And I think it could with this kid too.
The reality is when you can play, you can play. And this kid can play, and he's from our state, and I would hate to see him, especially right now. I don't think they've offered, but he's been in contact with Louisville. That would stink, because I think I saw it. I don't want to say this on record, in case I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that his mom comment or a family member comment something saying that he was like born a Kentucky fan. He's like a big Kentucky fan. So that's why I'm saying it would be kind of sickening to see that kid go to Louisville. Let me see if I can find this comment from his. Oh, yes, it is his mom. Thanks so much for your support, encouragement. He loves Kentucky basketball and playing for his state. So
that's awesome.
And somebody, yeah. So
let's go get that kid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, go have him. Now it depends. The only thing about it is, and I was telling Bob this yesterday. Like, I think this kid's too good to just come here and never play.
Yeah,
like this kid could go play Division I basketball somewhere.
But to me, it's like the same situation as Trent Noah, right?
Yeah.
Because he came in and didn't expect a huge role, but guess what? He can make shots. So he got a bigger role than anticipated because he can make shots and is a high IQ basketball player. There will always be a spot on the floor for someone that has high basketball IQ.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying the reality of this is I think this is the type of kid that if you take a shot on him, it's up to him. Do you want to play for your in-state school, one of the the biggest names in college athletics, the biggest names in college basketball? Do you want to come play here and maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, or do you want to just go to a smaller D1 and be the guy there? And it's once again, I've never spoken to the kid. It's what's in his brain, Yeah.
So no, definitely. I mean, I like him. I mean, he is 2027, so I'll have to wait and see how his development goes. But I like him. I'd love to add him. I wanted to bring up another guy. This guy was a 2027er. Now he's reclassifying. Bruce Branch. I think he's a stud. The only problem with me and Bruce Branch is he's an Adidas guy. And now, I mean, Stokes is a Nike guy and might go Adidas with Kansas. But Bruce Branch, the number one player in the 2027 class, he reclassified up to 2026. Not sure where they'll rank him, maybe 3 or 4. But he's a stud, and I'd like to see him in the blue and white. But Louisville's out there too, and there's a bunch of other suitors for him, and I think his recruitment's kind of just starting.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find my recruiting writer for my site, Wyatt, put a tweet out about him. And I'm pretty sure it was based on recent conversations, sounds like Kentucky hasn't been in on Branch that much. Wouldn't say Kentucky fans should keep tabs on this one, as was the case a few months ago. And then he said, wouldn't be surprised if the interest is ramped up, but it's not like Kentucky could make up as much ground as it have to make up. I agree. There's no reason, I think it's a little preview for Wednesday. Hey, shoot shots, people back in town, pull up from three. What's the worst that can happen? I think that should be Kentucky's mentality on with this kid. I mean, go after him. Make him say no. Make him say no.
Make him say no. Yeah, definitely. I like that. Pulling up from half court, shooting shots.
And they'll go call him. If he says he's not interested, then then we'll figure it out. But interesting player. I mean, wasn't he you said he was the number one guy?
Mm-hmm. So I think that's after the Baba Aludun had reclassified.
Yeah. There you go. What was that again? Who now? What now?
Hey, I'm trying my best here. It's Tuesday morning. I'm trying my best here.
Yeah, we're working on it. But that's where we're at for 26. Stokes. I don't think anybody knows what's going on with that kid right now.
I don't even think he knows what's going on with that kid.
Yeah, it's true. We feel solid about Collins, but like we said, Holt, don't feel great about Holt, but like Carson said, let's hold out hope and recruiting is fluid. So I think that's where we're at in the 26 class. See if we reach out to this kid, but that's kind of where we're at right now. I'll feel a lot better if we get a commitment from
Collins.
If we get a commitment from Collins soon.
I'm really hoping that's the case. I mean, Trilly put out like a week ago that it was all based on contract details at this point, and every other team had been told that they were out. So I'm hoping that comes soon, and I hope no wrench is thrown in that plan.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. We're going to preview Tennessee Tech just for a few minutes. We'll be traveling and different stuff going on for the holidays, so we'll have this out for you today, and then we'll do a Friday, we'll do a post game from whatever happens against Tennessee Tech. So that's the plan for this week. Only a couple this week, shorter week for us with the holiday. But so Tennessee Tech, Carson, I mean, once again, another ball game where we're not going to leave this basketball game going, the Cats are back. Mm-hmm. Even though everybody's seen my favorite, we got a lot of comment. This is my favorite, Carson. Everybody commented on the last one, like, guys, chill. It was Loyola, Maryland. And literally your and I's like opening statement was, we're not going to take really anything too positive away from this game because it was Loyola, Maryland, but let's talk about what we saw that we liked.
Guys, man. I love our viewers.
Oh, I know. Well, those were those were the general haterade folks. That's how that goes. But so what do you want to see once again in this basketball game to just give you a hair more confidence that maybe this team is starting to kind of turn the corner?
I think more Cam Williams is the answer for me. I don't really think it had to do with anything like based on the way they played against Loyola Maryland, but I think just the people that they played will change this team. So I think Malachi more minutes. I think that was huge. I think Cam Williams playing more minutes. That's huge. Yelovich played good. I like Yelovich and Cam at that 4-man. It just changes up this team a little bit. Both of them actually, I feel like, have defended better than Mo has too. And Mo's, that's what he hangs his hat on. So, I think more of that continued Cam Williams, Andre Yelovich, Malachi Moreno in the front court is going to be huge.
I'd like to see Cam stack another game playing well. I mean, we know what's coming up next week, folks.
He just brings something so different athletically to the team. He can put the ball on the ground and take you to the rim and hit a Euro step reverse layup. Like Mo D wasn't doing that.
And that's what I love about having Cam at the 4 too. I mean, if you're playing a team that's got a slower, unathletic 4, now like that's not going to be the case against the Tar Heels. Obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're playing a team that has a slower, unathletic 4, a team that kind of plays like a twin tower kind of lineup,
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a mismatch for them, and he can defend above his size. That's the best part about his game is he can guard a 6'11" kid.
Well, how long's his wingspan?
It's like it was whatever, like 7'2",
7'3", I think.
Yeah, he's got a long wingspan, so he can defend much bigger than his height. And that's why you feel comfortable with him at the 4 against anybody at 6'8". And then Yelovich, man, he's just going to keep getting better. Keep getting better. I want to see him be in these games, dude. Shoot the ball 12 times. I don't care. Be aggressive. Figure your stuff out. That's what these games are for. These games are to help give us confidence and work on our sets and stuff like that. That's what this game's for. So go be aggressive, Cam and Yelovich and Malachi and Jasper. These guys that we just want to see keep getting better and keep getting going.
Yeah, go take advantage of the moment. Like go out there and earn your minutes because I mean we see it, but I don't know if Pope's fully seeing it right now. So go out there and kill, man. Go out there and do your thing.
Because like once again, like Ortega and Denzel, like when it was funny, like when they're shooting against Loyola, when Denzel shooting the ball, I'm like, no, stop it. We already know you can score. Let somebody else score.
That's not fair. You're picking on Loyola, man.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Like, literally, like, Denzel Aberdeen had this. I don't know why. It was so like, it was the weirdest reaction, but he was just like, he drove to the rim and had like a little floater. And I was just like, no, stop that. I was so mad. I don't know why. Because, like, it was like right when Cam, it was like Cam was heating up and Yelovich was out there. And I was like, no, stop.
I ain't going to lie. I do the same thing in small games. I like seeing the young guys in.
And I was all alone at this game. Wyatt wasn't there. So I was just kind of like sitting there and I didn't get to talk to anybody. And I was all like bored. And I was just like, and then so I thought that. And then I was like, why did I just think that? Like, that's weird. I don't know.
We want points, don't we?
I just got angry that Aberdeen scored. Like, why is that? But I mean, and the reason, but the point is of this whole conversation is like, I know Ortega Owe can go score 18 points against these teams. I know Denzel Aberdeen can score. And I'm not saying they shouldn't play or anything, but I'm just saying they're not the guys I want to see put up 20 in these games because we just know they can do it.
Oh, 100%.
Now, maybe not as much Ortega. Like if Ortega went and scored 27 tomorrow night.
Yeah, I would like for him to go for 30.
Yeah, because then like, once again, I think that's a confidence thing. It's not like we're going to say Ortega Owe's back. I mean, he should be able to do that against these teams.
But we need those performances for him to keep building that confidence, like you said.
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. That's what I want to see in this game. It's those guys. I want to see Malachi. I want to see Jasper. I want to see Colin. I want to see Cam. And I want to see Yelovich keep getting better and better and better and better because those are the guys that make the difference. Like I said, like we know that Denzel and Ortega are great, and we know who Lowe is.
And we know someone just started 3-on-3 live practice.
Yeah. Yeah. I meant to bring that up the other day. I meant to bring that up on whatever day we did our last pod. I meant to bring that up, but where are you at with this now?
I'm fully bought in before Indiana. Remember I said that at the beginning of the season. I will stand by that. The Indiana game for me, December 13th, is when I think he's back.
That's not the game I said, but I swear, you know what's funny is I remember saying December 13th as my date, but let's see.
You picked the wrong team.
No, you know who I think I said the NC Central game.
That's
which is the 9th. I don't feel as good about that. I mean, the reality of it is I think we're going to know sooner than later. And I think Pope's going to be honest with this one. I wish he would, man. Like, if we know the kid's going to come back, I mean, just be like, the goal is to have him back for the NC Central game. And if he's delayed a week or two, I'll let y'all know. Because at least I just would appreciate the honesty. That won't happen. I promise you what'll happen.
Closer. I feel like this week is one of those weeks where questions like that may be asked.
Yeah. So, also Gonzaga's nasty. They really
almost
good.
sold my parlay. They beat Bama so bad.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, their wins now. And I mean, they put Oklahoma. I mean, is Oklahoma supposed to be world beaters? I don't think so, but it's an SEC team and they beat the crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Creighton, and I still don't. I don't know. I haven't kept up a ton with Creighton. I don't know if they had an injury issue in that game. Because like McAndrew played. I don't know much about their team.
Well, they're missing their boy, the Kalkbrenner.
Well, yeah, he's gone. But I'm talking about. I'm like, Creighton's ranked 23, Gonzaga's ranked 19, and Gonzaga's money line was minus 800 in that game.
No way.
And I remember thinking to myself, no, I lied to you. Minus 1,000. Their money line was minus 1,000 in a ranked matchup.
Oh my Lord.
It was a home game, but still, like, holy heck.
That terrible line.
So they beat the crap out of Creighton. They beat the crap out of Arizona State. And then they just beat Alabama last night in Vegas. They play Maryland, Buzz Williams' Maryland team.
I also can't get the best idea on Bama either, though. Because, they lost at home to Purdue. I think college this season is might be even crazier than last year because I think there's no, best top teams.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is, I think Alabama's a damn good basketball team, and they already have 2 losses. I mean, so do we. Same
that's what I'm saying.
About us.
Yeah.
And, I do find it funny, though, that, people are sitting here saying, I mean, this is now they do have a win over St. John's. That's why you can't fully knock Bama. But I mean, nobody's hitting the panic button.
Alabama is St. John's kryptonite, though. They play the matchup that kills them.
Yeah, but nobody's sitting here. Well, I guess they beat Illinois too. Man, that's a hell of a schedule. I forgot they played Illinois. I remember them. I remember them.
See, this is why I kind of wish we played in some of this stuff. That
I want to talk about that next. Okay, just for a minute. Why don't we play in these things? I get it. I get it. We make a lot of money off home games. Okay, but sometimes it's like, dude, I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Vegas, dude. We'd be in Vegas right now.
Yeah,
we would be in Vegas right now. You and I would be at this thing. I mean, it just makes me angry. I want to go. Yeah. I want to go to these events. I know. And I watched a couple of those games last night. Do you know how many fans were there?
How many?
None for any team. You're telling me Big Blue Nation's playing in Vegas that there's not going to be a crowd there? Bull crap.
I tell you what, I went to the Bahamas with Big Blue Nation, and it was sold out down there. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I get it, but I mean, I'm tired of playing in the. I mean, what is it even called again? I like pulling it up as a meme. Or what's our little
the
thing?
The BBN Invitational?
No, that's just half the name. I want the full name. We need the full name of this. Okay, hold on.
Oh, man.
It is the BBN United Tip-Off Classic presented by Kentucky Tourism. Are you kidding?
Good Lord, that's a lot of words.
Dude, I mean, why go play in the new eras when we could play in the BBN Invitational Kentucky Tourism Invitational? I mean, I'd rather do that. I mean, dude, we hung another banner. We took down Valpo, Nichols, and Eastern Illinois to hang another banner in the BBN United Tip-Off Classic presented by Kentucky Tourism. So,
wonder what the most point differential we've won the BBN Invitational by has been.
We'll have to look it up. That's a fun question. That's a fun question we'll have to ask ourselves. But seriously, I mean, at some point, I just want to play in one of these events. And Coach Pope said that in his introductory press conference. You remember that? He was like, he wants to go to Maui.
I want to go to Maui.
Figure it out. Figure it out. Darn it. I want to go to Maui. I'm sorry. I don't get why. Like I said, I don't know the logistics of why we aren't playing in these. Is it because we make so much money at our home games? Maybe. I don't know. But I want to play in one of those. And I think all of BBN can agree on that. I think that's something we can all agree on.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're telling me I get to go to Hawaii and do the little hula girl action? Come on now. I'm going to Hawaii.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out in the future. Whenever we go out of the country next, we're gonna have to go. We'll do that. Because that should be coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
It's every 4 years. Our last one was the Bahamas.
Yeah, it would have been with
Justin Edwards.
Quade Green and Shea, right?
No, Justin Edwards and then went out of town.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did do that. They went to Canada. I don't really count that. I wouldn't go to Canada.
Oh, that was Canada. Then who went to the
It was Quade Green. The last time I was down at the Bahamas was Shea and Quade's team. Or it might not have been Shea's team, but it was Quade was on the team. I'm forgetting who else. Maybe it was Nate Sestina's team.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. It was Nate Sestina's team with Reed Travis and them.
But so there, yes, because I remember we watched one of those games at Roosters. You, me, and Mike.
Yeah.
I remember that. You remember that? That's what I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I was there.
Well, then who was like? I don't know, man. We were. So I was at.
Because I remember this story is hilarious, but I was there with my dad, and I have this De'Aaron Fox like number 0 UK jersey.
Yeah.
And I'm rocking it, and the players are walking by, and Quade Green comes up to me, and he's like, he thinks that I'm wearing his jersey, and I'm like, oh no, it's like De'Aaron Fox, and I felt so bad because he like thought it was his jersey. I felt so bad.
That's awkward. That's
rough. I was like, I still like you too, though,
but you suck.
Play,
but you suck. Sorry. Yeah, that's funny. So, yeah, I mean, so give me 20 seconds, Carson. What do you want to see? Full breakdown against Tennessee Tech, and we'll get called today.
Yeah, more continued success on the offensive end of the court. Better layouts, better everything. I think we got to tighten up offensively and defensively too. But I think, like I said, I think it comes down to playing Cam Williams, Andre Yelovich, Malachi Moreno. I think those guys can boost your team because those guys are only getting better every single game. And so they're learning on the fly as well. And that's only going to make them better and make us better.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, that's what I want to see seriously, I want to see those guys continue their success. And then, ladies and gents, we got a big one coming up on Tuesday. It's a weird tip-off time. Of course, that game is coming up at 9:30 on Tuesday night on the 2nd. But so big game week from today. We will, like I said, so we'll have this coming out today. Friday, we'll put out a little, whatever happened against Tennessee Tech, whatever else happens in the world, we'll talk about that. And then Monday, we'll probably do something. And then Tuesday, we'll do a little preview of the game. So that is the plan for
Henson, baseline jumper. Game. Blocked by Davis. Blocked by Davis.
So that'll be a big one. Get the dub tomorrow. Play well. Hey, hit that subscribe button for us if you haven't already. We would appreciate that. And once again, those that are, if you're driving, traveling for Thanksgiving, you can also listen to the Wildcats Today podcast anywhere you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get them. I don't know where you get them. You can find it there, though. So if you're traveling, go listen there as well. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Tuesday. Have a great Thanksgiving. And I want to say this. We're thankful for all of you all that are here every day. I forgot this is our last, pod before Thanksgiving. Thankful for you all for being here. We really means a lot to us. So everyone have a great holiday with your families. And we'll see you on Friday right here on the Wildcats Today podcast.